Hiss. That is indeed a power that people are eager to get. Bailey Changqing touched his short hair and said it with a laugh. Bian Junwu heard this, and a meaningful smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. How can it be that simple? Oh? What do you mean? Bailey Changqing blinked curiously. Bian Junwu said, when people want to gain a certain power, they need to pay a corresponding price. When we awaken our superpowers, we walk on the edge of life and death, which is equivalent to exchanging our lives for power. And her ability is said to allow people to awaken superpowers at no cost. Is there such a cheap thing in this world? Bailey Changqing's face also became a little serious. I also doubt this. Bian Junwu raised his frog glasses. The leadership has also taken this into consideration. The military region has been researching mutants for a long time, and they all think that Yuan Kongye's abilities are too incredible. So this time we have to check her abilities, by the way. See if it's as magical as the legend says. Bailey Changqing asked, if it's really as the rumors say, then what? Bian Junwu put his hands in his pockets and said meaningfully, if that's the case, then her ability is definitely no less than that of LV5 Ypsilon in terms of strategic significance. As soon as these words came out, the other 6 people at the scene were all shocked. Ypsilon, these 4 words are heavier than Mount Tai for mutants. Throughout China, there is only one Ypsilon known today, and that is the mysterious existence in Shengjing district. His or her abilities are already incredible. It is said that anyone he targets will be killed, even if he runs thousands of miles away, and there is no escape. There has never been an Ypsilon in the entire Jiangnan district. But Bian Junwu said that there might be an Ypsilon-level mutant in Tianhai City. Bian Junwu noticed the expressions of the crowd and smiled faintly. I just said that there is such a possibility. But as for Yuan Kongye, we don't know her ability yet, so we can't make a judgment. Bailey Changqing nodded in understanding. So you want to meet her in person to understand her situation, right? That's right, Bian Junwu said. His words have made everyone in the investigation team extremely interested in Yuan Kongye. Not long after, Zhang Yixian came out of the church and invited Bian Junwu to go in and meet Yuan Kongye. Bian Junwu walked into the church alone. He saw the girl who was only about 20 years old. The two talked in the church for a long time. After more than 10 minutes, Bian Junwu came out of the church. His face was always as cold as ice, and no one could see his emotions. Bailey Changqing and others couldn't wait to ask, Captain, how is it? Is that Yuan Kongye Ypsilon? Bian Junwu said coldly, for the judgment of the mutants, I can't give an answer with my eyes alone. But, he changed the subject, this girl is definitely problematic. Everyone was surprised. Meng Siyu gossiped and asked, where is the problem? Bian Junwu pointed to his temple with his finger. Here. Is she mentally ill? Everyone said in surprise. The leader of such a large snow-worshipping cult actually has mental problems. Well, but this is also reasonable. Bailey Changqing laughed. After all, those who engage in religion are either swindlers who make money or devout lunatics. Bian Junwu deeply agreed. Bailey Changqing was right. When talking with Yuan Kongye, he could feel her enthusiasm for religion. She really believed that there were gods in the world. This surprised Bian Junwu very much. No wonder the other affairs of the sect had to be handed over to Zhang Yixian for management. After all, a too pure believer of God, whose style of behavior is either too idealistic or too crazy, is difficult to maintain the stability of a large sect. Anyway, let's slowly consider her ability later. After we solve the problem of zombies, we still have a lot of time to do this, Bian Junwu said lightly. Anyway, Yuan Kongye is here and can't run away. And to confirm whether she is Ypsilon, it will take a lot of time and examples to consider. Soon after, people from several other forces also arrived one after another. According to Bian Junwu's instructions, they all brought the most powerful forces of their respective forces, including but not limited to chariots, artillery, and almost all combat members who were fully armed. Thousands of soldiers from the 3 major bases, a large number of convoys, and terrifying demon dogs. All gathered in the territory of snow worship religion, with great momentum. The followers of snow worship religion also felt very pressured. Zhang Yi and his team also arrived here. Zhang Yi got out of the car, then took Zhou Keir's hand and pulled her down. Just stay with me and don't go anywhere. I will arrange a safe place for you to stay later." Facing Zhang Yi's gentleness, Zhou Ke nodded happily. The group walked towards the obvious landmark building of snow worship religion, St. John's Cathedral. On the way, Zhang Yi met his old classmate, Xing Tian. Xing Tian waved to Zhang Yi and said hello. "Why are you here slower than us?" Zhang Yi asked Xing Tian. Judging from the distance, the Qingpu base is obviously closer than them. Xing Tian smiled disapprovingly and said, "There are many things to deal with in the factory. We are not as carefree as you. It is indeed convenient to have fewer people." Zhang Yi raised his eyebrows. The two of them exchanged a few pleasantries without much communication. Now everyone was confused as to why Bian Junwu called them over. After they arrived here, someone from the snow worship church came to lead them. The two entered the church and found that everyone else had already arrived. However, there was a face that Zhang Yi had never seen before in the church. It was a woman wearing a red holy robe wrapped up tightly. Her pious and solemn expression formed a sharp contrast with her tender face. Zhang Yi immediately guessed the identity of this girl. The only person who could still be here at this moment was Yuan Kongye, the leader of the snow worship cult. Zhang Yi couldn't help but he looked at her twice more. After all, according to legend, she has the special ability to help people awaken their supernatural powers. It was also the first time that Xing Tian saw Yuan Kongye, and he couldn't help but say to Zhang Yi, "She is so young. She looks like a minor." Zhang Yi glanced at him. "My friend from Japan, please be careful with your words and restrain your animal nature." Xing Tian's eyes twitched. "Damn, what nonsense are you talking about? You know me from childhood to adulthood. I only like older women." Zhang Yi glanced at him. "I didn't say you were wrong. After all, lack of maternal love is not a big mistake." "Fuck you!" Xing Tian was so angry that he wanted to fight with Zhang Yi. But considering his current status, he could only suppress his anger. The two of them had already approached the others while talking. Everyone looked at them coldly, so the two of them couldn't continue to quarrel. So they each found a place to sit down. Bian Junwu didn't play any polite games with them, and directly told them what happened last night. "Last night, we killed a corpse king. It turns out that when the corpse king is killed, the entire zombie group will be out of control, and the rat group that accompanies the zombie group will become headless flies." Only Xiao Honglian showed a look of, "It should be like this." She knew that the corpse king that was killed yesterday must have been operating near their Yangsheng base. So the root of solving the zombie problem in Tianhai City lies in killing all the corpse kings that control the zombie group. Xing Tian asked curiously, "What exactly is a corpse king? Can you tell us in detail?" "Of course!" Bian Junwu still needs their help to eliminate the zombie group, so naturally he would not conceal this information. After Bian Junwu finished speaking, he picked up a black body bag from his feet and placed it on the open space in front of the church. He stretched out his hand and unzipped it, and a humanoid corpse covered with white hair appeared in front of everyone. "This is it!" Bian Junwu pointed at it and said to everyone. Everyone stood up and came to the front of the corpse king. When they saw the mysterious corpse king, everyone's expression was a little disappointed. They thought that the corpse king would be a more mysterious and terrifying creature, but now it looks ordinary, just like an ordinary monkey with white hair. Zhang Yi asked, "Is this thing powerful?" Bian Junwu replied, "The corpse king can control the corpse group, and its wisdom is relatively high, probably similar to that of humans, but its own combat power is very weak." Zhang Yi nodded, and he was relieved. As long as the combat power is not particularly strong, it will be much easier to deal with. It sounds a bit like an insect swarm. The mother body has wisdom and can breed more zombies, but it does not have much combat power itself. At this time, Bian Junwu told them how to kill the zombie king. Zombies appear every day and attack humans, but the zombie king itself is relatively fragile and will not come out but hide deep in the subway tunnel. Therefore, someone needs to attract the zombie army outside. Then a part of the elite will go deep into the subway tunnel and kill the zombie king to solve the zombie tide problem. Without the command of the zombie king, these zombies are easy to deal with. Even if there are more zombies, they will not be a big threat. Zhang Yixian suddenly realized after hearing this. So, what you mean is that you want to use our entire snow worship church as bait, attract the zombies to attack, and then you go underground to deal with the zombie king. Zhang Yixian's eyes showed a fierce look. Yuan Kongye's eyes also had an unknown light flowing. Subscribe for more episodes.